It's an inconvenient truth, but being likable makes life significantly easy. This doesn't mean that you sacrifice your values, core beliefs, or sanity to get along with absolutely everyone. It does, however, mean that you know how to behave in a way that make you not only able to connect with others but to be seen as trustworthy and dependable. Fortunately, being likable is a skill you can develop over time, not something you either innately have or don't. So here I'm going to tell you that what are the tricks you can use to become more likable. Smile. People naturally and unconsciously mirror the body language of the person they are talking to. If you want people to like you, smile at them during conversation and they will unconsciously return the favor and feel good as a result. Compliment often and genuinely. When you appreciate something about someone, whether it's how they manage a situation, their strong relationship, or sense of self, vocalize it as often as you can. There is always something positive to find about anyone, and making others feel good when they're around you is essential of being likable. Make sure your flattery is genuine. Mindlessly affirming people for whatever you can come up with isn't effective. It seems fake and make you seem even less trustworthy. But when you sincerely appreciate something about them, make sure you tell them. They don't pass judgment. If you want to be likable, you must be open minded. Being open minded makes you approachable and interesting to others. No one wants to have a conversation with someone who has already formed an opinion and is not willing to listen. Having an open mind is crucial in the workplace where approachability means access to the new ideas and help. To eliminate preconceived notion and judgment, you need to see the world through other people's eyes as well. Make sure when you are talking or having conversation with others, make sure that the focus is not only on you, your problems, your life and your opinions. In fact, approach conversation with the intent that it's not an opportunity for you to unload your every sadness or happiness on another person, but perhaps a chance for you to get to know someone better, to learn something from them and to connect in a way that you haven't before. They greet people by names. Your name is an essential part of your identity and feel terrible when people use it. Likeable people make certain that they use others' name every time they see them. You shouldn't use someone else's name only when you greet him. Research shows that people feel validated when the people they are speaking with refer to them by names during a conversation. Become aware of your gestures and tone of voice. Expressions will draw the people to you like ants to the picnic. Using an enthusiastic tone, uncrossing your arms, maintaining the eye contact and leaning toward the person who is speaking all are the form of positive body languages that high EQ people use to draw others in. Positive body language can make all the difference in a conversation. It's true that how you say something can be more important than what you say. Likeable people leave a strong first impression. Research shows that most people decide whether or not they like you within the first 7 seconds of meeting you. Then they spend the rest of the conversation internally justifying their initial reaction. This may sound terrifying, but by knowing this, you can take advantage of it to make huge gains in your likability. It may be grossly unfair, but one of the core components of likability is physical attractiveness. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be in the gym 6 or 8 hours a day, but do all the basics well. Brush your hair, brush your teeth, iron your clothes, and take care of your hygiene. Use perfumes and use decent and elegant dresses. Shoes are also important. Clean and polish them. You know the saying, dress to impress. They are emotional, not vulnerable. Some of the words often associated with sales and leaders are strong, resilient, positive, optimistic, etc. Having these great traits can also mean people see you as thick-skinned. When it comes to likable people, warm to those who are also emotionally attractive, like they display emotions and feelings. Consider a little more open with your emotions, not excessively. Just let's see them you human. Research have found out that people like people who make them feel good. When someone is upbeat, positive, optimistic, glass half full, they are immensely more likable. That do attitude is infectious and people like to be associated with people who make them feel good. It's not about being native but more positive and enthusiastic rather than pouring cold water onto the people ideas, dreams and projects. Put your phone away. Really, just put it in the pocket or bag when you're talking to people. If you're at the table, at least turn it off. Stealing glances at your phone, which is so hard not to do when it's right by your side or in your hand, signals that you are not fully listening at best or that you are distracted or disinterested, neither of which will endure you to the other people. So even if their phone is out, put your away and be more present. And the next is follow up. This is an opportunity most people miss. If someone tells you that they have an exam coming up, ask them how it went. If you know that went on vacation, ask them how it was. If they mentioned that their kid or their parent was sick, ask that how the kid or the parent is feeling. People note when they gave you the information, and following up the next time you see them or by text indicates that you listen and that you cared enough to inquire or comment about it later. Doing this can earn you significant likability points. I'm assuring you that. They don't do competition. If someone tells you a story of their vacation, don't try to top it with a story from your holiday. Celebrate their success rather than trying to compete with them. Clarissa Silva said that avoid competing with others or try to one up them in a conversation. Instead, view conversation as an opportunity to be more empathetic towards the people. Show people that you like them. Being affectionate with people and showing them that you like them is one of the best way to get them to like you. If you want to be more likable, enter every conversation with the goal of making the other person feel liked and respected. You can do this by paying attention to what they are saying, asking follow-up questions, or offering them a thoughtful compliment for it. And the most importantly, they don't seek attention. People are averse to those who are desperate for attention. You don't need to develop a big extroverted personality to be likable. Simply being friendly and considerate is all you need to win people over. When you ask in a friendly, confident, and concise manner, you will notice that people are much more attentive and persuadable than if you try to show them that you're important. People catch onto your attitudes quickly and are more attracted to the right attitude than what or how many people you know. When you are being given attention, such as when you are being recognized for an accomplishment, shift the focus to all the people who work hard for you to help you get there. This may sound a bit different, but if it's genuine, the fact that you pay attention to others and appreciate their help will show that you are appreciative and humble, two adjectives that are closely tied to likability. Everyone likes genuine people. Don't try to be someone you are not. If you don't know someone or something, ask about it or admit that you don't know it. Likable people don't come from a place of insecurity. They are secure in who they are and what they offer. They are not ashamed to ask for help if they need it. Assume that everyone has something to teach you. A great way to ensure that you approach conversation in this healthy way is to assume that every single person you know has something to teach you. Because they do. Everything that exists came from the mind of another human being. If it doesn't make you at other people's potential, I'm not sure what would. And the most importantly, don't over complain. Complaints have a social function as they can be the way of finding common grounds. But while a single complaint or two can offer the potential for common ground, peppering our dialogues with a litany of complaints and being too negative is a turn off. If we want to come across as more likable, we need to make an effort to present a somewhat more positive outlook even if our mood in that moment is dour. The balance here is to be positive yet authentic, so don't put on an act. Rather, just try to discuss things about which you can sound positive even in a poor mood moment.